Please learn from my mistakes. It's dangerous and it's very, very embarrassing if you get caught.
There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
2 years ago, a video was made by James Charles. A video that the internet said was the ultimate reverse card in his response to Toddy and Jeffree Star.
I've always been into straight men, and the problem with that my entire life is I never found real love, because straight men behind closed doors, they love people like me, they love hooking up, they love having fun, they love the relationship as long as other people don't know.
I really like this clip from Jeffree's video because not only is everything in it very accurate, but I honestly feel like he did a great job of explaining a topic that is very confusing and complex and that not a lot of people understand, including me fully, to be honest. Yes, as a gay man, I am attracted to men, and in the past, whenever I have found a guy cute on Instagram or on social media, I have slid in the DMs with a simple hello or a nice compliment.
Oh.
If anybody ever made it clear that they were not interested or were not gay and didn't want to talk, I always apologized for the unwanted attention, and the conversation was put to a halt immediately. I do take full responsibility for sending these messages, and this situation has definitely taught me that sending messages that are so forward and direct like this are unacceptable, and I no longer will do that moving forward.
Wow, that aged like milk. Let's take a look at another older video James posted.
If you've been a long-time subscriber of mine and you watch a lot of my videos, I've alluded to the fact a few times here and there that I may or may not have been caught when I was younger doing my business. And if you've also been a long-time subscriber, you would know that I've never actually told my coming out story because I said that there was legal problems with it and I didn't know if I could really tell it without getting in trouble.
Whoa.
And what people don't know is that those two stories are actually the same story. When I was younger, I think in around 6th grade, I was 12 years old at the time, I was hormonal. I had just gone through puberty, and just like every other boy, I was going through that stage of life. Clearly at this point in my own head, I had figured out that, okay, I was not exactly interested in the sisters and was definitely down for the brothers. So here we go. You guys know that I've definitely always been very, very active on social media. And at this time period, I was active on Tumblr. At the time, there were a lot of really, really famous bloggers that I loved and looked up to. And one website that all these famous bloggers would always go on to meet their fans was called Omegle.
If you don't know what Omegle is, look it up. It's not a place a child should be.
Which is an online chat room. I remember going on Omegle literally all the time and sitting there for hours, clicking through different strangers, trying to find different famous bloggers that I really, really loved and wanted to meet and just wanted to talk to for a few short seconds. And ironically enough, I don't think I ever once met anybody who I was looking for because there was always thousands and thousands and thousands of people online. But when you're scrolling through strangers' video cameras on an anonymous live video cam website, I'm sure you can imagine what I started to come across as a hormonal 12-year-old. Thinking about this is making me want to die. I quickly realized that although a lot of people on Tumblr were using the site to meet their fans and meet new friends, that a lot of people were using Omegle for different purposes. And through realizing this, I also started using Omegle for different purposes. If you get what I'm putting on the table here. Once I kind of figured out the schedule and how to really finesse the whole situation, the visits to Omegle became more and more frequent until they were literally a daily occurrence, which thinking about it now is literally so repulsive, but at the time, I'm not even gonna lie, I was definitely like addicted to it. It was a fun challenge for me, which is so like psychotic to think about, but I was 12, I was very, very hormonal, I was going through puberty, and that's why I'm telling this story now, because obviously it's a very, very serious and scary thing that I don't want any of you guys to go through, so listen up. Also as well, very, very important thing to know, I was a minor at the time. I was obviously 12 years old, but I never once, ever got naked on camera. And to this day, I have still never sent a dickety-pickety. That's for personal reasons, but every single time it would always be a guy who was above age, doing his business, and then when he would ask me to take my clothes off, I would always be like, oh, my camera's broken, I don't know what's going on, it won't turn on. What the heck, this is so weird, this has never happened before. So I could avoid, obviously, taking my clothes off, which I did not want to do and did not want to blind anybody with, and also, of course, breaking the law. So although this is a horrible idea, I did not break any laws, which is great, obviously, but once again, still, please do not do this, literally ever. Anyways, like I was saying, this became very, very routine. I was doing this all the time, and I was getting very, very good at it until one night, that will go down in history forever. Setting the scene, it was probably about 9-10 p.m. on a school night one night. Ian was already asleep because he was much younger than I was, and my mom was already asleep as well because she always goes to bed very, very early for some reason. So the only people awake in the house were myself and my dad. And my dad always would chill in his living room watching football or watching the news super, super late at night every single night. And his living room was right below my bedroom in our house. I remember very, very vividly, I was writing an essay for a history class that I absolutely hated. And in the middle of it, I took a break to do my business. So I went onto Omegle.com, started searching through people, eventually found someone, and there we go. Things got started, and all of a sudden, in the middle of doing my business, tickling the pickle, my door slams open, and there's my father in the doorway, looking very concerned, and there is me standing right in front of my computer, which is in the same line of view as my door, butt naked, with the screen lit up right in front of me, and all he said was, "You need to turn that off and go to bed right now." So I said, "Got it, sir. Good night. Love you the most." And I ran my little naked butt into my bed and shut my eyes and cried myself to sleep. The next morning, I woke up, went downstairs for breakfast, took a shower, and nothing happened. Nothing was different. My dad did not look at me different. My mom did not know what was going on as of yet, and I was so confused, and also obviously like literally having a panic attack the entire day, freaking out, wondering what was gonna go on. Did he see anything? Clearly he saw something of mine, but did he see anything on the computer screen? So I was freaking out all day long. Said nothing. Go to school all day long, all 7 periods, nothing, no text, nada. Obviously, I know that something is going to go down and they're going to say something, but I didn't know when, I didn't know what they were going to do, and I just didn't know. And at the time, I was so freaked out and I was so nervous that when I got home from school that day, I didn't even go upstairs. I literally sat downstairs and I think I was like drawing a picture or something. You guys know I used to draw all the time. It was one of my favorite hobbies. That was one of the only things that I could do before I really had makeup to kind of escape and to just really focus on my creativity and let the outside world go away, because at that moment, I just wanted to disappear into a hole and never come out. Lo and behold, when both of my parents get home, they say, "Sister James," well, I was just James at the time, but "James, we need to talk. Please come with us upstairs." And instantly, as soon as I walked upstairs to them and sat them on my bed and started talking, I realized, oh my God, this entire time I've been so nervous that I have not touched my computer since last night when I jumped from my computer chair 70 feet across my bedroom straight into my bed, butt naked, meaning I did not clear my internet history. So sitting there talking to them the entire time, I was already freaking out, but now I'm really freaking out because I'm realizing, oh my God, if my dad did not see anything, now he's really gonna see something. So of course, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "We would love to check your internet history." My heart literally sunk faster than the Titanic, and that walk from my bed over to the computer, turning it on, typing in my password, going to Google Chrome, opening the internet history, and it being right there, right at the top, was probably the hardest 10 seconds of my entire life. I could literally see the disappointment in my parents' face, and they clicked on Omegle, and there it was, the full-on website. And what made it even worse, that I literally forgot about once again, on the front page, you could put an interest of the different topics that you want to talk about. So, for example, soccer, football, Webkins, Club Penguin at the time, or the names of 12 and 13-year-old bloggers that I was trying to find, but no. Instead, right there on the front page was about a 10-word list consisting of gay, bi, men, boys, and whoop, there it was. The closet door was flung open and out ran me. Please be careful as to what you do online. Please do not send risky pictures to anybody via text, via Snapchat, via any app that is currently popular right now. It is so incredibly dangerous. You never know what they're doing with that picture. They could screenshot it, they could screen record, they could take a picture even with their phone, so it's on the DL, and you would never, ever, ever know until it comes back 10 years later as blackmail. It is just so dangerous and so stupid. You never know who's watching, you never know who's recording, you never know what people's true intentions are. There are some really crappy people out there, and please learn from my mistakes. It's dangerous and it's very embarrassing if you get caught, so don't do that. And story time complete.
Let me know what you think in the comments down below.